सहनौ भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति। अनन्तरूपा अनन्तनामा आदिमूला नारायण अनन्तरूपा अनन्तनामा आदिमूला नारायण अनन्तशयना हे जगन्नाथ कमलनयना हे माधवा अनन्तशयना हे जगन्नाथ कमलनयना हे माधवा करुणासागर कालियनर्तन करुणासागर कालियनर्तन हे दया सिंधु कृष्णा हे दया सिंधु अनन्तरूपा अनन्तनामा आदिमूला नारायण विश्वरूपा विश्वाधारा विश्वेश्वर हे नारायण विश्वरूपा विश्वाधारा विश्वेश्वर हे नारायण भवभयहरण दीनोद्धरण भवभयहरणा दीनोद्धरणा हे कृपा सिंधु कृष्णा हे कृपा सिंधु अनंत रूपा अनंत नामा आदिमूला नारायण आदिमूला नारायण ॐ नमो नारायणाय 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 सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः Okay. So here Sri Krishnaya Vayam Numaha. There it is Namaha written. It is Numaha. Sri Krishnaya Vayam Numaha. First one. Sacchidananda Rupaya Vishwotpatyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Numaha. So yesterday we had seen in that Naimisharanya, the forest called Naimisha, a big satram, big ritualistic sacrifice was going on. So now and then they get a break, and during the break time they used to have satsang. So once Shaunaka Rishi approaches Suta Rishi, a highly scholarly person, enlightened one, a great master. He approaches Suta Rishi and then asks, "O Rishi, you are an embodiment of knowledge. So please, let us have some satsang. So therefore, what is that we should do in order to get vairagya, in order to get viveka, bhakti jnana vairagya apta viveka? How to gain wisdom, and then how to win over this maya, the sufferings in this maya? What is the most auspicious thing to be done in this world? Please guide us." So then Suta Rishi says, Suta Rishi tells, "Hey Shaunaka, that which helps us gain bhakti for the Lord, that which takes us to the Lord, that is the one thing to be done. And in that sense, Srimad Bhagavatham Shastram is the best. It puts an end to all sufferings. And the greatness of this Bhagavatam is, even for Devatas, it is not available. It is the best means of purification. It was given by Shukabrahma Rishi to Parikshit. Even Lord Brahma was amazed, seeing the potency of this Bhagavata Shastram, that a person who was bitten by a snake got moksha, which is higher than even Sadgati, Swargagati. So actually this knowledge was given by Sanakadi Rishis to Narada. So those who are new to this Purana and all, Sanakadi Rishis, Sanak, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara, Sanatana, Sanak, Sanatana, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara. They are all mind-born sons of Brahmaji. What about Narada? Narada is also mind-born son. They are all mind-born children of Narada. So actually speaking, they are all brothers. Then who is the elder one? Sanakadi Rishis are the elder ones. Okay, right. Actually all those stories will come in Bhagavatam itself. How Brahmaji created them. So therefore, this Bhagavata knowledge was given by Sanakadi Rishis to Naradji. So then Shaunaka Rishi asked, "O Rishi, will you please tell us where exactly this happened, meeting place? I would like to know more." So now the story starts. Suta Uvacha. So Suta said, "Okay, Shaunaka, I will tell you that. Atra te kirtayishyami bhakti yuktam kathanakam shukena mama yat proktam rahashishyam vicharya cha." Shaunaka, I will tell you this story, where actually Sanakadi Rishis met Narada Rishi. In fact, this story was told to me secretly by Shukabrahma Rishi himself, because he loved me very much as his Shishya. I'll tell you this story. Ekada hi vishalayam chatvara rishayo malaha satsangartham samayata dadrushus tatra naradam. So one day, all these Sanakadi Rishis, the four, mind-born children of Brahmaji, they gathered in a place called Vishalapuri, which is near Badri. They gathered there. Why did they gather? Satsangartham. Their constant job is what? Satsang. Constantly they are chanting the name of the Lord. Constantly their mind is ever in Bhagavan. Such pure-hearted they were. So therefore, they had all gathered in Vishalapuri in order to have satsang. At that time, they saw Narada Rishi. And then, when they met Narada Rishi, they asked. What did they ask? Katham brahman dina mukha kutaschintaturo bhavan tvaritam gamyate kutra kutaschagamanam tava. Hey Narada, what happened to you? You look very sad, dina mukha. Kutaschintaturo bhavan. Where is this chinta? Why are you so anxious, worried, tensed, stressed? You look very disturbed. And it seems that you are going to some place very urgently. So tell me, where are you coming from and where are you going? Idanim shunya chittosi gatavitto yatha janah tavedam mukta sangasya nochitam vadakaranam. You look like a person with a blank face. Gatavitto yatha janah, just like a person who has lost all his wealth. In that shock, how that person looks very blank, not knowing what to do. So in the same way, you look very, very disturbed. And you are a mukta purusha, na uchitam. This state of mind is, can never be acceptable. Vadakaranam, tell us what happened. You are a person who is ever cheerful, chanting Narayana, Narayana, etc. But now you look to be very sad. This is not the way you are. What happened? Tell me. Tell us. So then Narada started. O Rishi, listen to my story. Aham tu prithivim yatah jnatva sarvottamamiti pushkaram cha prayagam cha kashim godavarim tatha harikshetram kurukshetram Srirangam setu bandhanam evamadishu tirtheshu brahmamana itastataha. O Rishi, I am coming after visiting some of the Tirtha Kshetras in Bharata. What are the Tirtha Kshetras? Pushkara, Prayaga, Kashi, Godavari, Harikshetra. Harikshetra means what? Haridwar, Harikshetra, Kurukshetra, Srirangam, Setubandhanam. All these Tirtha Kshetras I have gone, I have visited. I am coming actually from there. But then, I actually went there to get some peace of mind. But what did I see there? Na pashyam kutrachit charma manas santoshakarakam kalina dharma mitrena dhareyam badhitadhuna. Na apashyam kutratit sharma. None of these places I found peace. Actually, we go to Tirtha Kshetra to get some peace of mind. And Narada Rishi says, nowhere I found peace. Why is it so? The whole earth is affected by this yuga. Which yuga? Kali Yuga. Now see the lakshana of Kali Yuga. So as we are describing these, also see there is something called Adhi Bhautika level, on the outer world level, and there is something Adhyatmika. They are all similar. So always link it with that also. Now there is a description of what is seen in Kali Yuga. Satyam nasti tapashaucham dayadanam na vidyate udaram bharino jiva varakah kuta bhashinah. See the description of Kali Yuga. Satyam nasti. There is no truth. Tapaha nasti. Austerity, discipline, sense control, mind control, not at all. Shaucham nasti. Shaucham means purity. Outer purity, inner purity. Daya danam na vidyate. Daya, compassion. Danam, charity, na vidyate. It is not there. Okay. What is the only purpose of living for this, especially mankind? Udaram bharino jiva. The only goal of life is how to fill one's belly. Filling one's belly means what? Just don't stick to belly alone. It means material welfare and well-being. There is absolutely no interest in spiritual welfare. Everybody is focused only on one thing: how to take care of one's own material welfare. Udaram bharino jivaha. Therefore, varakaha. Their attention is upon all silly things. Varakaha. Such a great opportunity is given to them. They are born as human being. Human birth is considered to be very precious birth, rare one, because in this birth you can attain all the Daivi Sampat, all the virtues of life. Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka, Sampatti, Mumukshuttam, all those virtues can gain. And then such a person can become even one with God. Such a choice is available. But human beings, they are not even aware of it. And they live like an ordinary animal. Animal, what is their purpose in life? Udaram bharino jiva, that's all. Varaka. And therefore, Kuta Bhashina. Kuta Bhashina means they are ready to follow any path. By hook or crook. Generally, all the unrighteous path they follow. Somehow or the other, of course, wealth is the main thing. Material welfare means what? Main thing is wealth. So, by all means, illegal, immoral ways, earn wealth. Compromise with all higher values of life. Take care of material progress. This is the way people are living. Mandasu mandamatayo mandabhagya hyupadrutah Pakhanda nirata santah virakta saparigraha. Mandaha sumandamatayah mandabhagyaha upadrutaha. Beautiful names are given to all of us. Mandaha, very, very lazy. Never get up early in the morning. From there it starts. And it is true, what all is written 5,000 years back, Mandaha, all machines are doing everything. So there is no exercise. Farming is done by the machine. Mixer, grinder, everything machine. Even mopping, cleaning, everything machine. So therefore, physically, Mandaha, lazy people. Mandamataya. Not just Mandamati. Su. Extremely. Mandamati means what? Mati means buddhi. Mandamati. Mandabuddhi. Mandabuddhi is translated mentally retarded person. Mandamati means person who can't think. That ability to discriminate, think is gone. What is the use of buddhi? Buddhi is to do viveka. Viveka means to discriminate. What is good? What is bad? What is permanent? What is impermanent? What I should do? What I should not do? What is the highest goal of life? So this is what buddhi is used. So what are the most important questions in life? Where have I come from? Who am I? What is the purpose of life? Why am I living my life? In what way can I achieve the highest? What is the highest in life? The supreme good. This is the purpose for which buddhi has to be used. What is permanent? What is impermanent? How can I gain permanent happiness, permanent peace? Who is God? From where has this creation come from? When these questions are asked, then we are making use of our buddhi in the right way. But now, what is the way in which we are using our buddhi? How to make a lot of money? How to indulge more? So, therefore, a beautiful name is given to us, Sumandamati. Never thinking of the bigger picture. Sumandamataya. And then Mandabhagyaha. Bhagyam means what? They call it luck, but it is a destiny. Mandabhagya means very unfortunate ones. Why is this unfortunate ones? Why is it told? See, destiny is something which is dependent on our present actions. So if destiny is something which is coming bad, what does it mean? All my actions are bad, wicked, crooked. So Mandabhagya means this person does all wicked, crooked things, thinking that these things will give me happiness. It will bless me. Not knowing the law of karma. What is law of karma? Whatever you do will come back to you. So he does all wicked, crooked things in life for happiness. But what does he get in return? Only sorrow. Sorrow is self-created. He thinks that the world is giving sorrow. This is a part of Mandabuddhi. It is these people who are giving me sorrow. The situation is giving me sorrow. And then constantly he is doing all kinds of wrong things to escape from sorrow to gain happiness. But instead, what does he find himself? He is entering into more and more sorrow. That's why it is called Mandabhagya. So in our scriptures, unlucky ones, there is nothing called luck. Everything is destiny. And what is destiny? Your own action coming back to you is called destiny. It's a strict law of this nature. Whatever is happening to me, it is created by me. I have nobody to blame. But this knowledge this person doesn't have. He does all kinds of wrong action and all kinds of wrong things starts happening to him. He doesn't know why it is happening. He blames the world, worldly people. Mandabhagya. The next one, Upadrutaha. Upadrutaha means highly distracted. Everything is written, you see. That person can't sit quietly in a place and concentrate. Many times people come and say, Swamiji, first 10-15 minutes I am able to focus. After that, I don't know, Swamiji, where the mind goes. not able to concentrate, not able to pay attention, because mind is running in 100,000 directions. And we have all these electronic gadgets which will train your mind in getting distracted. Every time we are getting addicted to these gadgets, what is happening? Unconsciously we are training our mind in distraction, training our mind in agitation. You see, because constantly that images are changing, and every time the images change, mind has to process it. So in which way the mind is trained? To constantly change from one state to another. And unknowingly we train our mind in agitation. And when we sit for meditation, how does that mind behave? It is not quiet. It is constantly in turmoil. Upadruta. So this is the condition of a person in Kali Yuga in general. Of course, exceptions are there. This is all in general. And then Pakhanda Nirata Santaha. In general, you will find people are atheists, non-believers of God. So as the Kali Yuga progresses, these things will be more and more prominent. This itself was written 5,000 years back. So just imagine, over a period of time, these characteristics you will very clearly, prominently see in the society. That's why this discussion is important. You can see it in your own mind, you can see it in the society also. Pakhanda nirata santaha virakta saparigraha. People are more and more trying to possess, hoard, aggrandize. The tendency to renounce is not there. Because according to them, happiness is coming from the outer world. And therefore, more and more, if I possess the things, beings and situations of the outer world, I'll be happy. So the tendency to hoard is increasingly seen in people born in Kali Yuga. Attashula janapadaha shivashula dvijadayah kaminyah keshashulinyah sambhavanti kalaviha. Attashula janapadaha. In Kali Yuga, people will start selling food. We think, what is so great about it? Can you imagine how much we have degraded? It is very normal for us. But in that age, it was a wonder. It was a shock. What? You are selling food? Food is something to be given free. And that is, somebody is hungry and you charge for it. Mahapapam. That is the meaning. Attashula janapadaha. People will start selling food. Shivashula dujadaya. And the Brahmanas will start charging for teaching Vedas. How much pure that, those days must be. How much pure. My God. Those people who are born in Satyuga, Treta, Dwapara, etc. You are never supposed to charge money for teaching something. Guru Dakshina is fine, but not charging fees. And that's how the Gurukula used to run. Children used to come to Gurukula, they learn, and after going back, whatever they earn, something they give. Charging money, it was considered sin. And then, Kaminyaha Keshashulinyaha. Women will sell their bodies in prostitution for wealth. sambhavanti kalau iha. This is what is going to happen in Kali Yuga. And dampatinam cha kalkanam. Husbands and wife will constantly fight with each other. So therefore, these are the characteristics of Kali Yuga. Evam pashyan kaler doshan paryatan avanimaham yamunam tatamapannaha yatra leela harerabhut. In this way. So Narada Rishi is saying this. Wherever I went, this is what I saw. In this way, I went at different kshetra. Everywhere I found the same thing. The evils of Kali. Finally, I came to the banks of Yamuna, where Bhagavan himself had taken birth. He did so much of leelas. So therefore, I went there. Then what happened? Tatraschyaryam maya drushtam Shruyatam tanmunishvarah ekatu taruni tatra nishanna khinna manasa. When I went to these banks of Yamuna, O Rishi, there I saw one ascharya, a wonder. What is that? Ekatu taruni. One young lady was there, very sad, khinna manasa, one lady. And then she was not alone. Vruddhau dau patitau parshve nishvasantava chetanau shushrushanti prabodhanti rudati chatayof purah. She was not alone. Next to her there were two men, old men, with all their hairs grey. They were lying down. Nishvasanto, they were breathing freely. Achetano, unconscious. And this lady, Shushrushanti, she was young. But these two men were old. They were conscious. She was serving them, prabodhanti, trying to wake them up. Rudati chaitayo puraha. And she was constantly crying. She was very sad. Who else were there? Dashadikshu nirikshanti rakshitaram nijam vapuhu vijyamana shatastribihi bodhyamana muhurmuhu. She was looking here and there for some protection, for some solace. And she was not alone, along with these two men. There were 100 other ladies, and they were fanning this lady. And they were trying to console this lady. So Narada Rishi saw this strange sight. Drishtva durat gatas soham kautukena tadantikam mam drishtva chothita bala vihvala chabravit vachah. So I was very curious seeing this. This lady is crying. Two old men lying there, unconscious. This lady trying to wake them up. And other 100 ladies fanning this lady. So from far away I saw this. And I was filled with curiosity. Who is this? So I went near. The moment that lady saw me, immediately she got up and spoke these words. What did she say? Bho bho sadho kshanam tishtha Macchintamapi nashaya darshanam tavalokasya sarvatha ghaharam param. Hey sadhu, please stop. Relieve my anguish. The darshana, the vision of great saints like you, it is indeed highly purifying. Bahudha tava vakyena dukkha shantir bhavishyati yada bhagyam bhaved bhuri bhavato darshanam tada. Please offer me some words of consolation so that I will have some peace of mind. It is indeed a great fortune that Mahatmas like you, we are able to even see that darshanam itself is due to great fortune. So therefore, please help me out. This way, that lady spoke to Narada Rishi. So Narada Rishi then asked her, Kasitvam ka vimauchema naryah ka padmalochana vadadevi savestaram swasya dukkhasya karanam. O Devi, who are you? And who are these two old people? And who are all these ladies? Please tell me. Tell me in detail. What is happening? And why are you sad? So then this lady said, what did she say? Aham bhakti ritikhyata imau me tanayau mato jnana vairagya namanau kala yogena jarjarau. My name is Bhakti. Okay. I am famously known as Bhakti. And these two old men, they are my sons. She is young and the two men are very old. She is telling, these two are my sons. And who are they? Jnana Vairagya Namanav. One is Jnana, the other is Vairagya. And they have become old because of Kala. Kala Yogena Jarjarau. Now there is a story which is going to unfold. Don't think that it is a mere story. Okay? This is what happens in Bhagavata Saptam. They just tell the story and fly away. Remember, when Bhagavan Vedavyasa Rishi is telling a story, beware. There is a purpose. So therefore, all you study group members, you have to do reflection. How is it applicable to me? This is the way you have to see. Okay? So, actually the story न च मे श्रेयः सेविताया सु. None other than sacred rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. Though they are all trying their level best to console me, tathapi na cha me shreya. Even then my mind is not consoled. I am worried about my children. Which mother can be peaceful looking at the condition of this? Her children like this. Anyway, O Rishi, listen to my story. Idanim shrunu madvartam sachit tattvam tapodhana varta me vitatapyasti tam shrutva sukhamavaha. Elaborately, I will tell you my story. Please listen carefully. Utpanna Dravide Saham Vruddhim Karnatake Gata Quachit Quachin Maharashtre Gurjare Jirnatam Gata. I hope you understood little. No, don't worry. Utpanna Dravide Deshe. Utpanna Dravide Saha. I was born in Dravida Desha. Which is Dravida Desha? South means generally we can say Tamil Nadu, Kerala, we can say. Utpanna. I was born there. Okay. Vruddhim Karnatake Gata. In Karnataka, I really became prosperous, healthy, beautiful, strong. Quachit Maharashtra. In some places in Maharashtra, I was truly honored. But Gurjare Jirnatam Gata. You can't blame me. Whatever is written here only I am telling. I know so many Gujjus are here. In Gujarat, I became Jirna, became old, infirm, weak. Oh, Bhakti Mataji, why did you become so? Tatra ghora kalir yogat pakhande khanditangaka durbalaham chiram yata putrabhyam sahamandat. Because of ghora Kali, because of pakhandis, we will discuss that. Khanditanga, literally my limbs were chopped into pieces. And thus I became durbala, very weak. Not only I became weak, my children also, putrabhyam saha mandatam, they also became weak, infirm. Okay. So now, what does this this term comes again and again in Bhagavatam. Pakhanda. What does it mean? See, one meaning is atheism, not believing in God. But there is one more meaning. Pakhanda means hypocrisy. Who is the greatest enemy of religion? The greatest enemy of any religion is not the non-believers of that religion. It is the believers who are hypocritical. This has to be properly understood. Outside they show that they follow this religion with all the marks, etc. But they do exactly the opposite of what the religion says. They are the greatest enemy of any religion. They bring bad name to that religion. That is the meaning Pakhanda. And Bhakti Mata says, it is these Pakhandis who have literally killed me. They appear as though they are Bhaktas, but they do everything which the Bhaktas are not supposed to do. By their external marks, etc., we think, oh, he is a real Bhakta. But all his behavior is such, according to scriptures, which you are not supposed to do, this person does. And thus, he brings a very bad name for the whole spiritual path, for the whole tradition, for that whole religion. This is what we see everywhere in all religions. Look at Hinduism itself. Who are the greatest enemies of Hindus? People talk about conversion, this and that, etc. But actually speaking, why is it that people are getting converted to other religion? We alone are responsible. The so-called representatives of Hinduism, they are responsible. If you see, untouchability, who brought in? who practiced untouchability. The so-called Brahmanas, they are supposed to be the, upholders of the religion. They started practicing this, saying that we Brahmanas are very superior, holy. You are all untouchable. Don't come anywhere near. They were not even allowed to enter the temples. They were not even allowed to take water from the common well. They were not even allowed to take bath in the pond and all those lakes, etc. Throughout India, you can just imagine. That was the way we treated people of lower caste. So who was the greatest enemy of Hindu religion? Hindus themselves. Now a person who is not finding peace and solace in one's own religion, why should that person stick to that religion? If I am getting peace in some other religion, peace and solace in some other religion, why not? Why should I stay in this religion? Isn't it? Yes. All these Brahmanas in those times, you see, Brahmanas are supposed to be living on alms. That is what the scriptures have said. They have to teach free, they have to do all their services free. Whatever others give out of their joy, fulfillment, that alone he is supposed to take. He is not even supposed to fix a price for anything. That is how the scriptures have asked Brahmanas to live. And what did these Brahmanas do? They would scare people. All those Puranas, etc., they quote this Garuda Purana, especially after death and all, you see this. They will quote Garuda Purana, scare that person, describing some 28 hells. Yes or no? These are happening everywhere, and they call, Swamiji, this is what the Panditji says. Everybody is scared because see, our greatest mistake is we never studied our scriptures. So therefore, anyone can fool us. A person who has no knowledge, that person can be easily exploited. His ignorance can be exploited because he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know Bhagavad Gita. He has never gone to any satsang. He was only busy making money. And finally, when some such thing comes, suddenly one Panditji comes and thoroughly squeeze him out. All the hells. Wonderful hells are mentioned in Garuda Purana. You should go and read it. And hearing all this person says, okay, if you don't want your near and dear ones to give me this, do this puja. This is the rate. What I am trying to say is, every religion, the greatest enemy of that religion is those people who are Pakhandis. Pakhandi means what? They appear to be the representative of this religion, but they do exactly the opposite of what the religion says. That is how all religions, they get a bad name. And nowadays, every religion, even Islam you will find, everywhere terrorist. Who is getting the bad name? The sacred scriptures like Quran. The religion it came into existence for a purpose. And it was a noble purpose, auspicious purpose. But when people start living contrary to dharma, they bring a bad name. To the prophet, to the religion, to the sacred book. So whatever said here is absolutely right. So here Bhakti Mata says, I was destroyed by whom? Pakhandis. People who pose themselves as bhaktas and do everything against what a bhakta is supposed to do. A bhakta should be an embodiment of all noble virtues. He should be an embodiment of forgiveness, compassion, humility. This is what a bhakta should be. You see. So whatever is said in Bhagavatam, you have to analyze. Then you understand. Oh. Shall we continue now? Yes, Swamiji. Okay. Tatra ghora kalir yoga pakhande khanditangaka. So Bhakti Mata says, there I was literally chopped into pieces. The whole body became infirm. Not only me, Jnana and Vairagya also. And then what happened? Vrindavanam punaf prapya navine vasurupini jataham yuvati samyak preshtarupatu sampradam. And then from there I ran away. From where? Gujarat. I ran away to Vrindavana. When I reached Vrindavana, I regained my beauty, my youth, everything. But my children, they remained the same. Imau tu shaitavatra sutau me klishyata shramat idam sthanam parityajya videsham gamyate maya. So when I came to Vrindavana, I regained my beauty, my youth, everything, my strength. I became almost normal. But my children, these two, who are they? Jnana and Vairagya, they are still the same. They never regained their lost vitality. So therefore, O Rishi, I am planning to go to some other place from here. Jarathatvam samayatau tena dukkhena dukkhita saham tu taruni kasmat sutau vruddha vimau kutah. I am extremely sad that my children had to go through this fate. But O Rishi, please tell me, how can this happen? Mother is young and children are old. Trayanam sahacharitvat vaiparityam kutassthitam ghatate jaratha mata tarunau tanayaviti. The normal sequence is mother should become old and children should remain young. But this is exactly the opposite. Though we all three are staying together, how is that this is happening? I am not able to understand anything. Atashochami chatmanam vismaya vishtamanasa vadayoga nidhe dhiman karanam chatra kim bhavet. So therefore I am grieving. This is the reason for my grief. And I am amazed at what is happening. So Dhiman, O wise one, please guide me. And then Naradji was a great saint. So then he just meditated for some time to know what was happening. And immediately he understood the reason. And then Narada Rishi spoke. What did he say? Shrunushvavahita bale yugoyam darunah kalihi tena luptas sadacharo yoga margastapamsi cha. Hey Devi, listen carefully. This yuga is terrible yuga called Kali Yuga. Here, everything, all good things, whatever is there in this world, luptaha. Luptaha means what? For the time being, it seems it is unavailable. Tena luptas sadacharaha yoga margas tapamsicha. All those spiritual paths has become lupta. Now interestingly, what he said here is not absent. It is there, but it is not publicly available. You understand? In Kali Yuga, all these paths are there. Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, all the paths are there, but but it is not available easily for the public. That is the meaning lupta. It is present in very some rare pockets, in rare corners, but it is not available in public. Isn't it true? In the schools and colleges, it is not available. That is what is said here. The best things are not available. If you want to get it, you will have to go to some ashram, some organization. That is the meaning. These paths are always there in all the three yugas. But in Kali Yuga, they become unmanifest, latent, not available easily. And therefore, what happens? Jana aghasurayante shatya dushkarma karinah iha santo vishedanti prahrishyanti hyasadhavah. So therefore, general tendency of human beings is they become aghasurayante, they become sinners, sinful. Sinful tendency becomes very natural. Because right guidance is not there. Sinful tendency becomes natural. Sensual tendency becomes natural. Indulgence in sense pleasures, people think this is the way to be happy. Aghasurayante shatya dushkarma karinah. Shatya means they become stubborn, egoistic. The only joy they know is the joy of the ego. And they think this is the real joy. Pamper the ego, boost the ego, you feel nice, you think this is real happiness. And dushkarma karinah, they do all evil acts, thinking that that will give them happiness. All this is because of what? The right guidance is not available. And then such people, when they analyze this world in Kali Yuga, you may have this tendency to think this way. What is the tendency? Iha santaha vishidanti prahrishyanti hi asadhavah. All the wicked people are enjoying life, good people are suffering. This way you may tend to think. In Kali Yuga, when you see how the things are happening, natural tendency to think is, oh, good people suffer. Evil people enjoy life. Actually, it is not the case. But because of our ignorance, we tend to think this way. Very, very rare few people have the right way of thinking. Who are they? Dhatte dhairyam tuyo dhiman sadhiraha panditaha athava. Only very rare few people, they know the reality that it is not so. Bad people always suffer, good people always enjoy life. This is a fact of life. But very few rare people only know. Who are they? Dhira. The wise people who have studied the scriptures, who have attended the Satsang. Wise people, they know the truth. Enlightened masters, they know the truth. People who have been associated with spiritual path, they know the truth. But they are very, very rare. The general tendency is to think that all good people are suffering and all bad people are enjoying life. It is all because of lack of right understanding. And they cannot be blamed. Varshe varshe krama jata mangalam napi drishyate. With every passing year, you will find that there is an increase of inauspiciousness. That is Kali Yuga. All the mangalam, all the auspicious things slowly start disappearing. This is the nature of Kali Yuga. Remember, Kali Yuga has just started. It's just 5,000 years. What is the total span? 4,32,000 years. So now I don't know what is going to happen now. Na tvamapi sutai sakam kopi pashyati sampradam upekshitanuragandhi jarjaratvena samsthita. Oh Devi, you know what is happening now? You people are totally ignored. Why is this jnana and vairagya lying down like this? Because nobody cares for them. Upekshita anuraga andhihi. People have become blind. Blind because of what? Anuraga, attachment to worldly things. And therefore their entire attention is upon worldly gains. And therefore jnana and vairagya, they are upekshita, completely ignored. And therefore jarjaratvena samsthita. And that is why whatever you ignore, it starts decaying. Yes or no? Whatever you ignore, whether it is your garden, your kitchen, your dining hall, it is true with inner values also. It is true with everything. You ignore something, it starts decaying. So Devi, people have started ignoring you, and that is why this decay is seen. But Narada Rishi, I became young. That is because Vrindavanasya sanyogat punastvam taruni nava dhanyam vrindavanam tena bhaktir nrityati yatra cha. That is because you are in Vrindavana now. In Vrindavana, still people have some bhakti. And therefore you are young. But even in Vrindavana, there is no jnana and vairagya. Therefore they are still old. Little bhakti is there. Therefore you became young. That is the glory of Vrindavan. Because here bhakti dances everywhere. Atremo grahaka bhavat najaramapi munchatah kinchidatma sukheneha prasuptirmanyate nayoh. So these two, jnana and vairagya, at present they are experiencing some atma sukha. That's why they are not dying. They are still alive. They are in a state of coma. That is okay. But kinchit atma sukham is there. Therefore, they appear to be asleep now, unconscious now. Okay. And then Bhakti Mata asks one question. Oh Rishi. Now to understand this question, we have to little bit know about the first canto of Bhagavatam. In that first canto, there is a story. The story is, King Parikshit was ruling the kingdom. He had become the emperor. At that time, he sees one strange incident. A very low caste person wearing the dress of a king was looking like a clown wearing the dress of a king with a sword in hand. He was torturing a cow and a bull. That cow was urinating out of fear. It became very thin and crying and very sad. And this Dharma, all the three legs he had beaten and broken, that bull was standing on one leg. White bull. So this Parikshit sees and he becomes very angry. How dare you? Helpless creatures. Now actually they are symbolic. You have to understand. Everything is symbolic in Bhagavatam. Externally there is a story, but internally there is a... So who is this cow? That cow is none other than Mother Earth. Go. Go has two meanings. One is cow, the other is earth. Earth also is called go. And this person, who is an inferior person wearing the dress of a king. Who is he? He is a Shudra. And he is wearing the dress of a king. What does it mean? In Kali Yuga, Shudras are going to become the king. Who is a Shudra? Shudra is a person who has no ability at all. No thinking ability, no executing ability, no money making ability. Such a useless fellow will become the king. You can just observe. You see, in the Vedic times, it was not the case. Who is supposed to be the king? Only a Kshatriya is supposed to be the king. A person who has leadership qualities. A person who has executive qualities. A person who can lead and guide men. Very courageous, valorous. Such a person alone is supposed to be the king. And to guide him, they used to have Rajagurus. They were all Brahmanas. Wise people, think tanks. Pure-hearted people who knew what is dharma and what is adharma. So in those times, kingdom was ruled by the king, the country was ruled by the king, but guided by the Brahmanas. You see, then there is peace and prosperity everywhere. Power must be well guided by wisdom. This is the combination. Mere wisdom will not do. Power is necessary. But that power alone will not do. Guidance is necessary. These two should combine. So therefore, Brahmanas and Kshatriya should combine. Wherever this combination is there, there is peace and prosperity. And so that is why in the olden times there was never this, voting system. It was never there. We may think that no, democracy, everybody should give the vote. Arey Baba, in a society, 90% of the people are tamasic people. Few are rajasic. Very, very rare few are sattvic. In such a society, if you do voting system, who will win? Tamasic people don't have brains. They can be easily influenced. In such a society, if you do this voting system, people, you can easily influence them. They don't have the ability to think. In such a society, most of them are Shudras. Shudra means incapable, inferior people, impure people. Shudras will naturally choose another Shudra. No Shudra will become the king. Just imagine what is written in Bhagavatam today we see live. And what will this fellow do? He will destroy Mother Earth. Because he doesn't know. He will cut trees and pollute the whole air, everything. Everything is polluted now. What is global warming? This is what will happen when you make a Shudra the king. You see? So Parikshit saw this. That this fellow, he was looking like a clown. Actually, you see, he did not have that, You see, a royal look is there. When a royal person wears a royal dress, he looks like a king. When a useless fellow wears a royal dress, then he looks like a clown, a joker. And this fellow, he was threatening this cow. Who is cow? Mother Earth. Meaning he will destroy Mother Earth for the sake of wealth. Because according to him, wealth is everything. A person who is a Shudra, a person who is a narrow-minded person, he thinks all problems can be solved if there is a lot of money. This is the immature way of thinking. And say, therefore, he will destroy the whole earth in order to make some money. He's just exactly like the person who will sit on the branch and cut the same branch, sitting on that branch. So that cow was very weak, and Dharma, bull, was standing on one leg. So that is also very symbolic. So Dharma stands on 4 legs. What are they? Tapas, Pavitrata, Daya, Satyam. 4. Tapas means austerity. Pavitrata means purity. Daya means compassion. Satyam means truth. So Dharma stands on 4. And now in Kali Yuga what happened is, tapas gone, pavitrata gone, Daya, gone. Now what is left? Satyam. Satyam is something which you cannot destroy. Satyameva jayate. Nobody can destroy truth. Truth is truth. And therefore, this bull was standing on one leg. All the other legs are broken. And it is at this time that Parikshit comes and sees this fellow. And who is this fellow? He is none other than Kali. Okay? He is that Kali Yuga. The embodied form of Kali Yuga. And then Parikshit said, how dare you torture these helpless animals? I am going to kill you. At the moment this Kali, this clown, he saw Parikshit, he immediately went and fell at the feet of Parikshit. Please save me. Please don't kill me. And then the story goes, out of compassion, Parikshit said, okay, I leave you. But then he said, at least give me some place to stay. I will go away from your kingdom. But where will I stay? So then Parikshit said, okay, you can stay in these 5 places. So which are the 5 places? Number 1, gambling. Number 2, houses of prostitution. Number 3, wealth. Number 4, slaughterhouse. And number 5, alcohol. These are the places where you can intensely see the effects of Kali. Prostitution, alcohol, slaughterhouse, gambling and wealth. You stay in these 5 places. Don't come out. He said, yes, I will stay there. So that is why these 5 places wise person should keep away. Dangerous places. The clear effect of Kali you can see there. So this story actually comes in first canto. I am not going to detail. Here it was needed, so therefore I just quoted that. So the whole point is, Parikshit, let him go, this Kali. So now Bhakti Mata's question is, oh Rishi, why did he leave him? It is all because of this Kali that everywhere there is a problem. If that day Parikshit had killed this Kali, this problem would not have been. This is the question. So then Narada Rishi says, Yada mukundo bhagavan kshmam tyaktva swapadam gataha taddinat kalirayataha sarvasadhana badhakaha. When did exactly Kali enter into this world? The day Bhagavan Krishna left his mortal coil, that very same moment Kali entered into this world. And then Drishto digvijaye ratnya deenavaccharanam gataha namayamaraniyyoyam saranga iva sarabhuk. So one day when Raja Parikshit was going for Digvijaya, conquering everything and becoming the sole emperor of the world, that is the time when he saw this Kali in the form of a clown troubling bull and the cow. And finally this Kali surrendered unto him, pleaded to save his life. At that time, Parikshit felt, I should not kill him. Why? Saranga iva sarabhuk. Parikshit saw one unique feature in Kali. The example given is like this. Like the bee taking the honey from a flower. So how does that bee do? Without disturbing the flower, without harming it, it just takes the honey and goes. In the same way, Parikshit had this ability to see the essence of a thing, the goodness in everything. And he found that this Kali Yuga, though all these things are true, but this Yuga is extremely beneficial for spiritual people. How is it? Yet phalam nasti tapasa na yogena samadhina tat phalam labhate samyak kalau keshava kirtanat. This Yuga has a unique feature. That which is not gained by tapas, yoga, samadhi, etc., that result you can get in Kali Yuga. How? Keshava Kirtanat. That is one great blessing Bhagavan has given for all of us in this Kali Yuga. Ekakaram kalim drishtva Saravatsara nirasam Vishnurata sthapitavan Kalijanam sukhaya cha. So for the welfare and well-being of the people who are born in Kali Yuga, seeing this one great thing about Kali Yuga, he just allowed Kali Yuga to survive. So why did Bhagavan create this Kali Yuga? This can be an answer. But you see, you have to analyze in so many different ways also. So it is firmly believed that in this Yuga, you chant Bhagavan's name because nothing else is possible, it seems, in this Yuga. No dhyana is possible, no tapas is possible, nothing is possible. One thing which is possible is chanting Bhagavan's name. And Bhagavan is so compassionate that anyone who chants Bhagavan's name in this Yuga, they get easy moksha, very easily. That is one great benefit of this age. Unanimously, every scriptures, they say this. So therefore, seeing this benefit, Parikshit allowed the Kali to survive. You see, compared to all other ages, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, all those yugas, the environment was conducive for sadhana, for spiritual practice. But this age, the environment is absolutely unconducive. So therefore, Bhagavan, out of infinite compassion for all the people born in Kali Yuga, he has kept this one good thing in Kali Yuga. If you chant Bhagavan's name from the depth of your heart, moksha is immediate, very fast. And from various angles when we think it should be true. Because you see, maximum suffering is in Kali Yuga. Yes or no? Yes. Lot of suffering is there in this world. And especially where there is lot of indulgence, lot of extrovertedness, there will be lot of suffering. And one thing is, when we truly suffer, remembering God becomes very easy. So from different angles when we think, it has to be true. When we don't suffer, we generally take everything light. Our seriousness in a sadhana also becomes very mild, We take it for granted. Later on we'll see. But when you suffer, surrender becomes very easy. Introspection becomes easy. Chanting the name of the Lord becomes easy. Everything becomes easy. So it has to be true. And moreover, in all the other yugas, they had extreme purity of mind. The entire Vedas used to be by heart for them, etc. Entire Shruti, entire Vedas, they used to by heart to such an extent that there was no pen and paper also. Now, even one verse remembering is so difficult for us. It is Yuga Dharma. Nothing can be done. So when Bhagavan sees this naturally, see, if the mother has two children, one child is very healthy, the other is very weak, what will this mother do? Whom she will give more care? In the same way, Bhagavan's extra compassion is there for people who are born in Kali Yuga. If somebody takes little bit of Bhagavan's name, Bhagavan will see, in spite of all this distraction, he has taken this name. That is great. See, when there is no distraction, in spite of distraction, when a person comes to spiritual class, it is really great. Just imagine the number of distractions that we have today is unbelievable. So there is this special love for God, for people who are born in Kali Yuga. And that is why it is said that, in the other ages and all, they had a lot of abilities. Mind was extremely pure. Nothing was needed. But in this age, if you surrender to Bhagavan, that is more than enough. Chant Bhagavan's name. The results are much, much more. And now there is another reason also. If you start thinking, you also should contemplate various angles. You see, in this Kali age, if you see, the amount of information explosion is unbelievable. In those days, they only saw what the eyes could see. Newspaper also was not there. So just imagine, your only experience is your experience. But what about today? This person has the information of all the people all over the world. So naturally, when you have so much of information, what should happen? You are very fast growing in knowledge. And therefore, everything else also should be fast. Maturity also should be fast. Because you know so many things. You have not gone through, but somebody has gone through, you know it. That knowledge should make you mature. So growth is very fast here. So if growth is very fast, let it be worldly knowledge, no problem, but growth, all the other aspects also should be fast. So in this angle also it is true. So this is one great thing about Kali Yuga. Little sadhana will give amazing results. Seeing this, Parikshit thought, I should not kill this yuga. It is very beneficial for spiritual people. Kalijanam sukhaya cha. More of it we will see tomorrow. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.